Right. Hello, good morning. Let's see. I think we'll just jump right into it. We are just about to complete the implementation here. The last thing we wanted to do was to, when we are in read-only mode, we wanted to like center automatically. And there's a property for that, I believe. And then we only want to sync AppState related to, well, we want to try to identify when the drawing actually changes. So when we change the background color, which is part of the AppState, and the elements has this versioning function to grab the version, so we can check if the version has changed, and that's when we sync the actual elements. So that should save us from some data syncing. Let's see. But first, I want to actually install a new version of ReactState latest, because I want to use this new hook that I built. Like, this is based on just using the library. I got inspired to do this instead. And it kind of it's the result of the iterations, kind of. Has no, oh, it doesn't use, it does. There you go. Sometimes VS Code doesn't pick up these things. Okay, so what we're going to do here is basically just say boot use states. What do we call it? Context action, like that. And then we need to like remove that thing. And now we have, what's this component? I guess we can call it Excalidraw. And now we're going to say excalidraw.exec instead, and we just do Excalidraw here. And now we say Excalidraw dispatch. This is just a much nicer abstraction, I think, because you reduce some of the boilerplate. It's more to the point, and also this Excalidraw is an object. Where you have like exec and transform, so you don't have to pass in all the time the stuff. And it also ensures that this object only changes if the actual state changes. So like it's memoized and stuff, so it's nice to pass it around, and so on and so on. Pick state. Let's see, and then we have a dispatch, and then we have a transform, and we don't have to pass in this context. There we go. So that cleans it up a little bit, I think. Okay, so let's try that. I guess we also use this over here. Use states, and we do use states, context action, and we do that thing. Oops. Cool. And then we context. There we go. And this is dashboard exec, dashboard dispatch, dashboard dashboard dispatch. Cool. Yeah, this is much nicer. This is much nicer. Okay, and then we have our auth provider. Yeah, so this is going to be interesting. Use states. We'll do the same here. Context action. Blah blah blah. There we go. We don't have to do this anymore. We have auth exec, auth.dispatch, and auth dispatch, auth, And then what we want to do is we don't want the context to be that thing. We want the context to be, oh yeah, I guess that's the thing that's missing now. We should have a type for this. Yeah. Okay, I'll add that. Okay, but let's just do it now as, let's see. So this would be context action T effects. That's something we actually have. Context, oops. And T transforms is also something we have. Context. Okay. Yeah, so what I want to do, I want to actually let's see, auth. Oh yeah, this is interesting. How would, oh, god damn it. How would we now? Oh, how will we now type this? Yeah, I think, okay, so we actually need more than this. Yeah, so we need, this type needs to be exposed, so that would be like type states or something. And it will pass like context action, and then that would produce this type or this type under the hood. So that's cool. But then we also, so we have one thing called pick state, which takes, oh yeah, this is interesting. So the way we can combine this is, okay, let me just create this type now. State action equals, I'll copy this into the library later. Sorry, context. And then we have to say extend state string, extends type string. So this would be like states context action. Okay, so this is what we need to put into the library. Let's call it tstates, or let's call it states because it's a consumable type. It's not like an internal type. Okay, so we have states, and what we should be able to do here now is to say, yeah, the kind of annoying thing here now is that we're checking, so when we return this, it doesn't have the correct context typing. But what we could do, we could say states, pick state. Wow, this is like this would be correct, but it's like not, it's not type safe, right? Like it doesn't really, this is annoying. Like this would be correct, but would it be possible to infer this somehow? Would that be possible? I guess we could. Like if I were to do like I could do context equals auth, and then I could do like return that wouldn't be good either, because I don't want to change the okay, because I did think about adding matches here. Yeah, I think we have to do that. Matches authenticated. And this allows us to, when we do that, that means that auth now becomes a context with authenticated, and then we can just return auth. Yeah, this is the way to do it. And we don't even need this. We can just do this. Okay, this is good. This is really good. Let's just implement this and publish it. Let's see, ReactState. Cool. So we want a new type here. Let's bump this. So this is like a new feature. Let's see. Export type. So these are like internal things. So let's put the internals at the top. And then where we actually start exporting the library, that's where we also export what's considered like public consumption. Now this can be T context, this can be T action. React dispatch action, TFX, T transforms, good. Yeah, and this, I guess this shouldn't really be any. I'm not sure why it's typed as any. Because T effects. T effect returns void or a function of void. This is actually the return type for it. And transform is, let's see, that's any actually. Okay, this is the proper typing for it. Okay, cool. So now we have states, and now we want these matches API. So here we have, you see the hook, use states. And should this actually be let's see, should we have like a separate function for this? No, I don't think so. I think this needs to be specific to this one. And matches here would now be, yeah, I guess all of this is actually inferred. So if we do matches T extends C state. So the only thing you can pass in here is the state on the context. Let's call it S since it's like state. And so we have that. And what this returns is, oh yeah, let's do it like this so it's more consistent. And it actually returns, actually let's do it like this. And the reason is because we just wanted to return this. Let's see. It's just going to return the same object. Well, it depends. It returns the object if this is, or can I do that? This is, no, I can't do this because it's fudge. Non-static member of a class or interface. Okay, maybe we just have to create an interface for this. So the way we would express it is, oh goddamn, this is going to take the stream. We'll never get there. God damn it. So what we're going to do is we're going to, we can actually use pick_state here. Because we have the context, right? Use state C context, and then we're going to have S, and then A, like that. And then we'll do if this dot context dot state equals state. We're going to return this, or we're not going to return anything. But I think this needs to be like a boolean. Oh yeah, sorry. Return true, return false. The problem now is this. Which means I think we need to create an interface for this. So I'm just going to try that. Export interface. Use states. Let's just call it that. And it needs the context. And I guess here we can do C extends T context, A extends T action. So the context here would be C, dispatch here would be React dispatch A, exec would be effects T effects C, and with the thing up here, oh wait, the states is the type. Okay, so what if we do, sorry, this should just be part of export interface. What if we do this instead, and then we do matches S extends context state, and then we'll do state as this is Can't I do that? Oh, sorry. This is, can I do that? States pick state context as action. Yeah, and action. Oops, pick context. Oh, sorry, I put it on the wrong. Oh, yeah, there we have it. I think this will work. And now we can just say, this is states. This returns states, C and A. And now we shouldn't need to type these things. Yeah, you see that? We have everything there, and we should not have to type this thing either, because that's done by the interface. Cool. So I think this should work. Let's try it. Let's do something silly here. Type context equals state foo, oops, foo, or state bar type action type switch. Okay, and then we're going to foo equals use states context action. We need that foo bar, and we need the initial state, which is foo, for example. Now the thing is, I should now be able to say if foo matches foo, now foo context state should be foo. Yes, it works. Nice. That's super nice. Oh, this is great. Exactly. Cool. Okay, this is great. This actually works, and it's like the implementation is super clean. I love this. Okay, the only thing we need to do now, we have to document this. So let me just write up a quick documentation for this. So if foo matches, I think like is what I like about is that it helps you think about the name. Like it becomes more of a sentence, which helps you name these things, because it doesn't, if it doesn't match with is authenticated, is loading, is loaded. So for example, if you is sign in, like that doesn't match, like it shouldn't be like verbs. So it will help you. Let's do that. Let's call it is instead. This is just taken from AppState, but I think is a better way. It's shorter, it's more sentence-like, and it helps you name the states better. Check if state. Check if in a specific state. We are. Equals authenticated. Is authenticated. Okay, cool. So that's what we need to add, and then here we have transition. We also have some TypeScript information here. Yes, on the reducer. Yeah, we actually have it. So if auth is, yeah, that's all we need to do. Okay, cool. Let's just publish this and try it. Add matching API. Git push, npm publish. Cool. Happy about this. Very happy about this. Well, one thing that's kind of the bad thing about having this hook is that it abstracts the concept, like the minimal concept, to a point where it looks like just some fluffy API, like somebody just coming up with something, which is not ideal. But the video at least explains like how simple it is. And I imagine like doing a presentation on this, I would actually take like one specific example, and then I would create these, like do simple reducers, move to like transition, the transition function, like the helper functions, and then from there actually implement the hook. So it would make more sense. So let's npm install ReactState's latest. I'm not sure for how long. Okay, I think we have another half hour, so we can try to get it done. Remove all unused declarations. Okay. So we have states, and then auth is authenticated, return auth. So that should be good now. So now we can say auth, and this should be auth context user email. It's typed. Awesome, 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 awesome. Okay, I'm loving this. I'm like, this is my go-to library now for building React apps, to the point where I think this reaches, there's some level of complexity in an app where this concept doesn't work, I think. But yeah, I really like this. Cool. And so then we have auth. This is just use auth. So we can say auth transform, auth dispatch. Nice. This is really, really nice. I have to make another presentation on this. Cool, that's navigation, Excalidraw canvas. Okay, so let's see if things are still running, and we'll fix that last stuff. Where are we? Here we are. Cool, and it's running. That's nice. Okay, so first thing we want to do is go to the Excalidraw. Let's see. Oh, I think they actually fixed the issue. Let's update. You remember the issue I had with the arrow? I think they actually fixed it. That was super quick. Let's see, where are we? Package.json. Excalidraw. There we go. Let's just npm install that while we figure out the... There's this API for initial data on change, width, height, offset, initial data on expand, render footer. I thought there was like a... Yeah, extra APIs. This is the get scene version that we're going to use. Restore AppState, restore element. What? I was... yeah. Set scroll to center. That's the one I was looking for. Oh, it's on the Excalidraw. Okay. Okay, so I think we need to use yeah, okay, we need a separate effect for that, because we only want to do this once. If read only, we do Excalidraw ref current set scroll to center. I think that's how we want to do it. Let's try it. Oh, I have to run it. The reason I'm not doing it here is because the data must change. So every time the data changes, it scrolls back to center. And we don't want to do that. We only want to do it once, so that the user is allowed to... Oh, do I have to pass like the elements or something? Sets the elements to center. That's kind of weird. Set scroll to center. Okay. Let's try passing in. It should be the elements. Okay, let's see what happens now. That was a little bit weird. it's kind of annoying that it... Okay, cool. You saw that? It moved to center again. That's nice. And then I can safely like move around here, edit, back in edit mode. Yeah, and you see it's loading because when I move around the canvas, it syncs to Firebase. And that's something we're going to fix. Okay, but this is nice. We fixed the first thing. And now we're going to, in our on change. Where's our... This is getting a little bit big, isn't it? There's quite a bit of stuff happening here. I wonder if there's a better way. Like, you kind of want it to be related. I guess what we could do is we could have like an Excalidraw provider where we could move the use states and its effects. We could move that into its own file. And then we would like to on change here, and we could do like Excalidraw dispatch. But okay, how are we going to do this? Because we have this on change, we're passing change detected, and we basically want to ensure that if the elements have changed version, that basically means we need a version. Well, we don't need it here because we can't change it, but on edit, on dirty, on syncing and syncing dirty, we want that version. We might need it on read only as well, I'm not sure. So we need a version there so we can check if it has changed. And maybe we should just do that first. So we'll just stop. Let's see. Do we have, are we importing Excalidraw here? No. Import, what was it called? Get scene version. So that's a question as well. Like, does the version change when I change, like when I move around? I don't think so, because we actually pass in the elements. So I think we're good there. So we can try. Let's first just try to add the version. So version would be get scene version data elements. Yeah, so we want to move into... Okay, let's just do this. So we add the version when we move from read only into edit. And when we move to, yeah, change detected, we also want to change the version. Get scene version elements. When we, yeah, here we can just grab the version. Just want to move that along. With change detected, we want to change the version again. And here we want to change the version. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. Sync success data version. Yeah, this is also interesting. Well, yeah, let's see. We're just going to try this first. In this case, change detected. We also want to change the version. And here we just pass the version along. Okay, so what we should be able to do, oh yeah, get scene version. Export function, get scene version, else any, I guess it returns a string. My guess, Okay, so let's just log out Excalidraw context. Isn't that what I called it? Oh, rename symbol I don't like the Excalidraw. I don't like the name of it because I always type it wrong. Okay, as you see when I move, it has the same version. That's good. And it's actually a number, so let's give it a number. I guess that will start complaining a little bit. So version should be number. Oops, number, cool. Okay, so it keeps the same version, that's good. But if I click, yeah, just clicking it, change the version. And if I do something like this, it changes. This is good. This is basically exactly what I want. Okay, cool. So what we want to check now is that when we do a change detection, how are we going to do this? I think we need a helper function for this because we need to figure out if it has actually changed. So let's try to create that function first. Function has changed, and we need to pass in the elements and the AppState. Any has changed, and then we need to pass in the version, current version. And what we would do here is return. Yeah, we also need the current app state. Yeah, or maybe we can actually get away with this without having. It will be a little bit slower, but we could say elements app state and new elements new app state, and then we just do get scene version on both sides of the elements. Yeah, though then it actually needs to figure out the version on two things every time we change. So this is like every 100 milliseconds it needs to go through two sets of elements. To figure out the version, but like how slow, let's do that first because it's the cleanest way to do it. So we don't actually store the version because we don't really care about that. We just care about if it has changed. So what we'll do instead is we have elements app state, let's see, old elements, old app state, new elements, and new app state. And what we want to do is return old elements not equal to new elements, or old app state, what was it called? View background color. It's not like new app state view background color. So if we need to deal with more app state, we're going to do that. Has changed. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're not going to do this scene version thing anymore. we are rather going to check whenever. This is kind of funny. I'm not sure why TypeScript allows you to add anything here. Like it only yells at you if you're missing properties, but I really want a specific set of properties. Maybe there's something wrong with the typing. Interesting. Anyways, toggle read only mode, blah blah blah, dirty. Okay, change detected, and we say has changed. And was it the old first? Old elements, old AppState. Okay, so if it has changed, we say data elements, data AppState, and then elements AppState. So if it has changed, we do this dirty thing. If not, current context, we have to do this because we just want to return a current context. Okay, so this is basically it. This is what we have to do. We check if it has changed, and if so, we return dirty. And yeah, so what I think we should do here, we're going to create a helper for this, because we the only thing that's different is what we return here. And we have quite a few of these. Okay, let's just write them out first and see if it works. Don't want version. Ooh, let's remove all of these. Version, get away from me. Okay. No version. Cool. Has changed. Yeah, so what we can do here is, like, it depends how much do we want to abstract this. Oops. Like we could pass the, we could change this to perform change or something. And then we would rather pass the current context. And then the new elements, a new app state, and then we will pass the new state given that it's, or maybe a callback. Oh. So it would be like transition if changed. Transition if changed. So we would so we could actually say like action here. Yeah, I think we're going to abstract this. I think no. What level of abstraction do we want here? Maybe we should just write it out first. And then we can rather fix this later. Okay, let's do that. So has changed, change detected, has changed. This would need to be current context. Has changed. Change detected. We can definitely abstract this to a single thing. But like it might change. This is the thing that's different between them, right? So we just need a good way to express that. And we'll figure that out. But I want this to work first. So we have another change detected here. Current context. No, is that right? Yeah. Cool. I think that's it. Okay, so now we're actually checking if it has changed. So let's refresh now. Nothing's happening when I do this. Now it becomes 30, syncing edit. This is perfect. It's actually working. I think. No. Now. Why doesn't it change now? Is it the same version? Ugh. That's not good. Okay, so it only worked the first time. Current context, data elements. That's interesting. Let's see, it has changed. Console log, let's just all elements and new elements. Let's just see if let's just check the version. Oh. Oh no. Ah, I know why. God damn it. It's the I know what it is. It's this weird thing where Excalidraw actually it mutates the array. And how the fudge? I'm not sure if this is going to work because it mutates, which means that I wonder why it mutates. Why have versions and stuff if it mutates? I would have to make a copy every time. Well, let's try one thing first. Every time we set the elements, we're going to make a copy of it. Okay, yeah, so this is, we have to fix this, but yeah, so the problem is that Excalidraw mutates. Yeah, it probably, so my question is, does it also mutate the object? Like if it has an element and we start changing it, does it mutate the actual object? And I guess it does. But is there maybe some other piece of information? Does it have like an ID or something? Yeah, it does have an ID. Which means that okay, at least it has an ID, which means that we can keep a reference of the IDs and what version we have of that ID. But that means we need our own thing. This is really annoying. This is really annoying. Why do they mutate? I guess it's for performance. But if I store the scene version instead, like I intended to, then it should be okay. Yeah, I have to do that. Sorry. We have to do that. Okay. Then it will work. Version. Okay, so we need to we're not passing in the old elements, we are passing in yeah, so how is this going to look like? So we need to pass in like the old version. Oh, this is such a messy signature. This will be like old version number, and then old app state, and then you have the new elements and the new app state. Yeah, I don't like this. Okay, let's pass in the context instead. Current context, and it needs to have version, and it needs to have app state. And then we can say current context, app state. Okay, has changed. Okay, we can do that. That's better. So now we need to add a version here. And that means get scene version data dot elements. Toggle read only mode. Okay, so we read only, we're going to edit. We also need to, there we just use the current context data elements. And then here we're just going to say current context, because then we also get the version there. Oh, sorry. Current context data app state any. I guess we can say elements any as well. Or we can just say Excalidraw data. There we go. So has changed current context. So we're moving to dirty. But now this is so bad, because now okay, here we just check if the version has changed. But we also want that new version. But the new version, it's not only that, it might also change. This is just insane. Okay, we have to create a helper for this, because this is just crazy complex. Create change detected handler. And the only thing we want to deal with, if we look at this, we only want to set the new. We only want to set the new state. That's the only thing that's different between them. So we could say, okay, we need the current context. We have new elements. Well, so, okay. So this returns, let's do const instead here. So this returns a function where it expects the action to have, it expects this to have elements, any, and it expects this to have app state, any, oh, sorry. Elements, app state, elements, any, app state, currently any. And then we have the current context. Oh. So this is what the return function expects. And then what we need to pass in here is we need to pass in what state does it transition to if there is a change. And I guess like the best way to do this is to like have a callback that gives you the that gives you the data and the version. But we don't really need that either. We only need, okay, so I'm really not sure about this. So if we just pass in the state, create change detected handler, and we just pass the state, and then this will return this is so tricky. It will either return the current context or it will return the state, but there's no type safety here. Like we can put anything here and it doesn't like understand that this needs to be, oh, for fuck's sake. For fuck's sake. How are we going to express this? So the thing is, I don't want. Okay. S extend. Okay, so I think we just want S extends context or C extends context. We're not going to pass anything here. We're just going to pass a new state or new context. And here we are going to get the Excalidraw data and the version. I guess we want, no, we want the current context. You want the new version and then, okay, so this can be, the problem is we can't check the version number only. We also need to know if, okay, so if it has changed, change context. So if it has changed, then we want to run this and it will give us the, data, Excalidraw data, and it will give us the version, which is a number. And then what we're going to do here is this is going to check const new version. And then we have elements. So if current context version is not equal to the new version, that means we want to return a change context where we pass it the new data, which would be, let's call it this action instead. Oh, sorry. Well, okay, let's just do this. It's more explicit. AppState and then the new version. Isn't this right? Excalidraw data. Oh, it also has author. Okay, let's do current context data, and then we update it with the elements. Cool. And then if this is the case, if wow, this is just AppState. If this is not the same, okay, I guess we can do that in both of them. And here we just return the current context because there isn't any change. Or, okay. Oh yeah, let's remove this. Okay, so we have create change detected handler where we pass in, so it needs to adhere to a certain action type, a certain context, and then we are able to get the current version. We'll check if it has actually changed or the background has changed, and then we create a new context where we pass in the new data and the version so that we can add that to the new thing. So let's try this now. So here we're basically going to say create change detected handler, and we're basically going to do this, but we get the data and the version here. We should be able to say data version and then remove this. For some reason that didn't work. I was afraid of that. Is it? No. Like this? No. How? So this is that thing, that thing. Why is this complaining now? Oh, am I missing? Yeah. Okay. This is complaining about property state is missing in type version number. Is that the thing missing? No. Oh yeah. God damn it. Type loading read on is. Do I have to type this as a string? That doesn't even help. Type string is not assignable. Well, it should be context. Why do we have C? This can be any state. This is supposed to be correct. And then this needs to return a context of any kind. Why doesn't this work? Type loading is not assignable to type syncing 30. Yeah, okay, maybe this also needs to be inferred. So we have S extends context state, and then we have S. Does that help? Okay, cool. Great. So now So this should be like, yeah, as you can see, it does tell us that this is dirty, and then if we're like missing anything, yeah, so this is good. This is type safe. And then when we're syncing, we just want to pass along the version. And this is actually the exact same thing. It moves to dirty. And here it moves to syncing dirty. And sync success, it just needs to pass the version along. Change detected, here it moves to syncing dirty. And here it just needs to pass the version along. Okay, I think this is right. Let's see what happens now. This is fragile logic, really. Okay, so we're moving around, nothing is happening. That is awesome. We start changing it. It syncs, everything's cool. I change it again, and it syncs. Okay. Yeah, it's kind of weird that it actually syncs when I like just click this thing. Yeah, maybe it's because it doesn't really have a color, and when I click this, it selects the first one or something. I don't know. Oh, great. But this comes from Excalidraw, I guess. Yeah, this is from within Excalidraw. I don't care about that. Okay, but I actually think we have something running now. When I like scroll away, I click view, we can see it, edit. Okay, this is really starting to come together now. Great, 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 great. Okay, let's remove the log, and then we'll deploy this, and we'll start testing it. Better sync. And then run deploy. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh. App. Oh, did I? Ooh. Oh, did I do something bad with the typing? I think I know what I did. I removed I changed something there. Oh, I remember, I did this trick. I have to fix that. T transitions, where is that being used? Here we have to do, oh, this is really, really tricky stuff. It's new state extend C state, and then we need to pass new state in here. This is really, really weird. I'm not sure why TypeScript works this way. And then we actually have to say new state here, I believe. Was that how it was? No. Damn it. Oh, fudge. The problem is that you have to do like as const. But I found a solution for that. But it doesn't work. Because previously it wasn't like T transitions. It was, that stuff was actually inline. Let's try to do that again. Oh, god damn it. Damn you, TypeScript. Oh, what did I do there? Okay, let's just quickly look through the history of the project. Code commits. Let's like look down here or something. Here we have it. Transition, new state. Oh, there we have it. Okay. C extends state, new state. There we have it. Okay, cool. Let's fix that. Let's fix that. Yeah, this is a really weird thing with TypeScript. I'm not sure why it works that way, but anyways, let's just fix it. We had the transition. New state extends C state. And then let's pass that in here, because it needs to be a generic, so we can't put it directly here, because here it's not generics. Here we explicitly pass them in. C state, and then C extends state, new state, C or never. Cool. Fix typing issue, push, publish. Cool. Oh, what the fudge. Oh, sorry. I'm moving a little bit fast here. Why are you complaining now? Type T context. Oh. Oh, am I not using... Oh, this should be T transitions. Oh, fuck. Because here we can't have a generic, because here we have to be explicit about these things. Okay, we can just ignore this one. It doesn't really matter, because the problem doesn't occur here when we do it like this. It only occurs on the other thing. The problem here is that this signature doesn't match the thing here, because here I do this I wonder if I can just do, let's try without this one, and we can rather do C extends C state, Can I do that? Maybe that also works. It's another tricky thing. Let's see. Oh, we have to try in the project first. Where is it? So let's not do this, but let's do C state. And let's not pass that thing in. What happens now? Does it still work? No, it doesn't. No. Great. How the hell are we going to fix this? God damn it. I guess we just want to... And I wonder why it's different. Why does this work? Here it doesn't complain about the different return types. But it does when I use the transition. I guess it's because, yeah, because on transition it infers. But here we don't infer. Here we are explicit about the typing. So that's why... what happens here if I do extends state C state? Oh. What the hell did I do? Okay, but does this still work now? Type context state foo state bar action equals type switch whatever. Use states context action foo bar state is now bar. Yeah, it's happy with that. Okay, that's a tricky thing. Okay, I think this will work. Let's just try it. So what we're going to do is, well, yarn deploy. Where is the... Oh, here we are. npm install ReactState latest. So this should, like, if I restart TS server now, this should be happy. It's not happy? Why aren't you happy? What the fuck? I just fixed it. God damn it, and I have a meeting in 10 minutes, for fuck's sake. Why didn't you work? Didn't I fix you? Where's the new state stuff? Did I remove it again? No. Don't say I removed it again. No. Oh my god, that's embarrassing. New state. Oh, god damn it. I can't believe it. I actually removed it again. This is how I work with my packages. I just make a bunch of mistakes all the time and I commit, OMG mistake. And then I just republish all the time. I move a little bit too fast sometimes, but that's just, it's just me. I can't help myself. I don't have the patience to do things properly. Okay, cool. Now let's install latest. And what about now? Are you happy now? Still not happy? Which package did we get? Oh, I don't think it got the last one. 131. What? 132. Come on. Weird. Are you happy now? Happy, happy, happy. There we go. Now it's happy. But we are going to use states here as well. But good thing I catch that, because other people would actually have an issue there. So that's good. What? There we go. No. No, 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 no. What did I do? Oh. No. No, 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 no. Oh, sorry. Context, action. Wow. Oh, typing. Typing is like extreme sport. Okay, auth.dispatch, auth.dispatch. Well, it was this auth. Yeah, this is auth. Why is it app? Am I using app? What the hell is this then? What the hell is app? Am I using it? No, I'm not using app. Okay. A good thing I found it though. Okay, cool. Everything's running. Now, it's time. It's time to get this out. npm run deploy. Now you should be happy. Happy, 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 happy. This reminds me of production bones go from 26 megabytes to 6 megabytes, and it's like, it's the same with style components. It was like, it's 3 times faster, but it's not like it being super fast. It doesn't explain how fast it is. It rather explains how slow it was, and not to like diss the work of style components and Webpack. Like, it's amazing work they're doing, and I can imagine it's super hard. But yeah, it's a little bit silly, these statements. Okay, cool. And now we are running. Can I create a new Excalidraw? I can do this, and I can, let's just play with it now. Like, see if it kind of works the way we want it to. Can I draw an arrow here? I can. And now if I copy this, go to Notion, and I click this, and I click this and then create embed. Oh, did it actually? I'm not sure if it actually did scroll to the content. Is this the content? Yeah, maybe I have to do something custom there. But anyways, this is pretty cool. So now we have like an Excalidraw there. And then I can just go edit. Oh, yeah, that's the kind of silly thing. Like the edit is like underneath there. But now I can go in and I can I can draw something more here. Like that. And then I can go back to view mode. And there we have something new. That's kind of annoying, like you're scrolling over it. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying, isn't it? God damn it. That is certainly annoying. Ooh, but if I refresh now, it's all there, baby. Cool. Okay, it's working. I guess we have to go into like user experience mode. Like we need to move that edit button somewhere else. And yeah, it's really annoying with the scrolling. Maybe we need another state. So we kind of have an overlay here. So when you're like you have a parent, you don't go into read-only mode. Well, read-only mode is basically like you have locked mode, and then you have read-only mode. So when you're in locked mode, there's an overlay. So when you scroll, you kind of just scroll past it. But if you click it, then it goes into read-only mode, and then you can start like actually scrolling the thing. The question is, how do you move back into locked mode again? Okay, but I think it's actually running now, so we can actually start using it, which is great. So I'm actually going to add my first Excalidraw now, inline Excalidraw, and I'll ask some of my team members to try it out. Cool. Great. Thanks for following along, and we'll mess around with this a little bit more tomorrow maybe if I have some ideas on how to fix this. Cool. Bye for now.